I'd like to take you to matters politics. The Orange Democratic Movement here, the party that you subscribe to, you say that in fact, it's you and Deputy President William Ruto who started this party. Quite a bold claim.
No, that is true. You know, as members of parliament, we were very upset about the Kilifi draft that was being forced down our throats. And I think at another PG meeting, we met together and resolved that we are going to oppose it. And me and Honorable Ruto and I remember the late Shikuku and Honorable Ndolo, we went to Ndolo's constituency and we started the campaign. Yes. To oppose this. And after that rally, the next day, I think the PG was much more successful. we had a larger PG. And me and Honorable Ruto became what at that time, we called the conveners. We were the conveners of these protests against the Kibaki government at that time on the constitution. And I think we did very well. And we were joined by everybody else. And we built a strong movement, which later on became Otieno. So I'm not just talking.
You know what you're talking about. But this party is, for lack of a better word, the last public participation of the party was shambolic. You know, the elections, which was supposed to be a demonstration of what the party values, all right, the demonstration of democracy of the party, for everyone to see, the national, international community. I don't know how. How do you feel about how the last election went?
The party elections at Safaricom.
Yes,
it was bad. We were all very saddened. In fact, when I look at, if I had the clips and I saw the clips, I always say this is very bad. It was our lowest moment. We must admit some of these things. We expected to go to Kasarani and come out a very strong party, the new leadership with the new energy, irrespective of who won and who lost. But we came out of Kasarani not as cheerful as we then were, but very sad and with bowed heads. We have to accept that is where we are. Whoever caused that mayhem, we will know, because we set up a task force to look at it. Sooner or later, they will give us the report and we'll look at what happened. Some people have called other people names. I remember some people have said I was in charge and I'm the one who did it. Very sad for some people to just mention other people's names that way. But I can tell you that we will get out of this after we know what the problem was and sort it out. I think we will reorganize this party. We will go to elections, free and fair, and get our officials. I think that's all I can say about it.
These men in black.
We saw them, and we were very sad. I must tell you, and this is for sure, if you paraded them, I wouldn't know them.
You don't know them.
Who is who. But I saw what happened. It was very sad. Sitting where I was sitting.
What is the main issue between yourselves in one camp and the other camp? What was the main issue? What was the main contention?
There was no contention until we got in there. We were just campaigning as groups, and that is normal in organizations like this. Some people can campaign in this group. Nat does it every day. The Social group, the other group, and it ends up peacefully. But there are a few things that we were not very happy about later on. Now looking at what went on there. Yeah. If I look at the totality, there could have been the correct delegates to sit in that gymnasium could have been 2,780 something, or say 2,900 at most. The people who were there were 5,000 plus, which means that the number of delegates inside the hall were double. Secondly, the election should have been done in such a way as we do the elections, because we know how we do elections. You get in there, you are shown the register, you are from which branch, and you mention your branch, and your name is removed, and you are given a ballot paper. I think one of the grievances I saw one shouting about was, where is the register? Because the numbers here are 5,000 plus. The delegates should be 2,900 at most. Now, if all of us are going to vote, then what kind of election is this? And there was no register. Yet there was a register at the gate, and there was a register at the door as you were getting in. There were two places where you would be checked. But at the voting, where the register was most necessary, it wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we were not very prepared
And as a party, you could not detect that before? That these...
It surprised us at the door. You know, you leave something for the Electoral Commission. We have our own commission, our own board. We left it to them and say, do it professionally. And they told us, don't interfere, leave it for us.
So, Senator, with the benefit of hindsight, with that how election went, would you now be more lenient to IEBC and the way they conducted elections, now that it was a problem for you to organize an election, seeing how difficult and how things can go?
No. IEBC have the resources and the personnel and time for
But this
training.
was a party elections for 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I do not think that IEBC would do an election without a register, because it would bring chaos even in the village straight away. If we went there and you found there was no register, like when the machines failed, you remember?
Yes.
It almost brought chaos. Until now, they brought the register itself. And people said, okay, if the machine is not working, then we can use the register.
Mm-hmm.
But Kenyans demand a register. And they don't like it when they don't find their names in the register, especially when they have the registration document. So some of those problems can be avoided. And IEBC has no reason to, because the preparation time is there, the resources to do it, the training, the checking, and all those things.
But you had the same.
Well, on this one, I think we failed. We failed too conspicuously, very, very conspicuously.